This is the project that we're going to do today. I'm calling this one Evening Tide. Okay, these are the stamps that were used. These three stamps are all from the Stampscapes Nature Sheet 12. The little surfer guy is from the Stampscapes Nature Set 5. This set of three palm trees is from the Stampscapes Palm Trio 125C. These two are from Makin A Scene, the grasses, the mirrored grasses, T8 187D. And these little dual set of palm trees are from the Art Impressions WC Palm Tree Set 5120. And then these are the different inks and Copic markers and other supplies that were used in this. This will also be in the description of the video. And let's begin. Okay, I have a 1/4 sheet of Kromekote paper here. And I have a Misty Creative corner. And I'm going to stamp with Memento Tuxedo Black, and I will start by inking up the Lighthouse. Okay, next I will ink up the water, and I'm going to put a mask here by the Lighthouse so I don't stamp over it. Okay, next I will mask either side of the lighthouse here by the rocks, and I will ink up the palm trees. Okay, I'm going to color in the water using my small round head brush, and I'm going to start with some Memento London Fog. And I'm going to color in the dark regions of the water here. Okay, for the larger areas, I'll use my slightly larger brush. Okay, and I'll clean my brushes on a dry, clean microfiber cloth. And next I'll use some Memento Summer Sky. Okay, next I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Bliss Blue. Alright, and next we'll use Memento Bahama Blue. Okay, I'm going to go back to Bliss Blue. All right, and Memento Bahama Blue. Okay, now some Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, and now some Memento Gray Flannel. Okay, next, some Memento Desert Sand. Okay, I'll use some of my Copic marker, E55. And I'll use colorless blender to blend it in. And I'll use some E04 for the Lighthouse. And I'll blend that out with some E01. Okay, and then I'm going to use some YG61 and YG67 for the greenery here at the top of the lighthouse rocks. Okay, and then I'm going to dab it a little bit with a dry paper towel. Okay, and I'll use some B14 for the darkest part of the waves here. And I'll use the colorless blender. And back to B14. Okay, I'm going to use a Colorit gel pen. This is Yellow Cake. And I am going to color in the windows. And I'll also use some Happy Yellow. Okay, and then I'll put another layer of the brighter yellow in the middle. Okay, I'm going to put this back in my stamping platform. And I'm going to stamp the little surfboarder. And so I am going to put a mask. And I'll put it right here. Okay, and then Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, and I'll use the YG67 Copic marker to color in the palm leaves. And I'll use some E57 to color in the trunks of the trees. And I'll blend it in with a colorless blender. Okay, I'll use some Hero Arts pigment ink. And I will use a Fantastics applicator. And I'm going to add some white highlights to this. Okay, now I'll use my white pigment ink to add some highlights to these rocks. Okay, I'll use some Copic marker E55 and I'll just add some dots to the sand. Okay, and I've put it back in my stamp positioner, and I'm going to add the birds now. Okay, and whatever last minute pigment ink I want to add. And I'll use a white gel pen to add the really fine highlights to Okay, and now I'll add some foreground grasses using my Making a Scene mirrored grass set. So once again, I'll use Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, and now I will sign and date it. Okay, and while I'm waiting for the white pigment ink to dry, I'm going to use some more of my white gel pen and just add a little bit of highlight in with these grasses here. And I think I'd also like to add some Y00 Copic marker, just to add a little bit of a reflection. Okay, I am going to wait a while and let this pigment ink completely dry, and then I will spray it with an acrylic coating and we'll be back. Okay, I'm going to take this out now and spray it with some Krylon UV Resistant clear acrylic coating. And since there's quite a bit of pigment ink on this, I'm going to do several very, very light layers and letting it completely dry in between the layers. And when I'm finished, I'll be back to show you. And here's the final product after it's been sprayed with the acrylic coating. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!